If you don't fuck with me, stop keeping up with me. It's weird. Period.
Hello everyone, this is Emmanuel Cook. We will be reacting to a new video today, so make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's get into the video.
This may hurt some feelings. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I love taking pictures. I love a good theme, but do people even enjoy things anymore, or are they just having things for the photo op? I love a good matching outfit with my family, with my daughter, with my mom. But do people even enjoy events anymore, or are they just taking pictures and videos for social media? This generation is so messed up. Sorry, but it's true. And they're literally so worried about impressing other people. I just cannot wrap my mind around that. I guess it's not even our generation, just our generation. It's the younger and older people too, because I know tons of older people the same way. My mom has just never been the person who wants to keep up with everyone else and like what they're doing and wearing what they're wearing and, you know, all that stuff. And I'm not that way. I hate spending money. I have things, but I get the knockoff, or I don't have them at all. And that's just how I am. So for people to just be so caught up in social media and keeping up with everybody else's things and doing things, I just don't understand it. I have my eyelashes done, I have my eyebrows done, but that's for the convenience of myself, not for anybody else. So I guess what I'm saying is I love pictures and videos and for the memories, but I actually enjoy events. I love concerts. I love, you know, parties just as much as the next person. But that's not my whole focus. Like, I don't just sit around waiting for pictures and videos. I am making memories and have my phone, or someone else has the, you know, a phone, whatever, to take the pictures and videos. Like for my daughter's first birthday, I had someone taking pictures for me, so I didn't have to worry about it. I didn't pay somebody. I had a friend that was doing it. And I'm thankful for that, because now I can look back and I see, you know, I can relive it. But I don't know. It's just mind-blowing to me.
I am literally the worst person ever to keep up with people. I suck. Like, my precious mother called me yesterday, and she was like, why don't you ever call me? And it's like, I do be thinking about my mom, and I love her to death. It's not like I don't want to talk to her, but like, my brain just don't be reaching out to people. I don't know why. Like, honestly, I'll converse better through social media. Like, if I see one of your posts, I may slide up on it or something like that. But something about like reaching out a text or trying to do a phone call, like my brain just can't register that. I don't have the mental capacity for it. And that's why I'm not the type to be tripping if somebody takes a long time to text me back and stuff, because like I'm that person. I definitely can be that person, especially if like I don't text you immediately. Like sometimes I see people's texts and I'm like, I'm gonna respond later, and then later happens, but my brain is like, it's gone. I don't remember your ass until 3 business days later, and then I'm like, oh, it's a little too late to respond. So yeah, out of luck. And I know that some people that I've talked to have definitely taken it personally. Like, I've gotten the, oh, why you don't reach out? Oh, why do I always have to hit you first? But it's like, I just don't have the mental capacity for it. It's hard for me to explain. It's like I feel crippled in regards to reaching out. It's the weirdest thing. And I think it also has something to do with, like, I don't like the fact that people can have access to me all the time. Like, I'm a person that's very much like in my head, and I kind of just want to be left alone to figure things out. And so I can't really do that if I'm like chitter-chattering with everyone all day, every day, da, 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 da. Like, that's not me. And honestly, the person that I talk to the most would have to be one of my little sisters, but that's because she reaches out to me all the time. Like, she always sends me text messages, TikToks. She calls me randomly throughout the day to talk about the most random shit. She'd be like, Ray, I just dropped my chicken nugget. Like, she literally calls me about the most random things. So that's the person that I honestly have the most contact with. And I barely like hit her up. Like, just the other day, I called her, and like I said, I don't call people. And she was like, what are you calling me for? Like, she wanted to make sure everything was good, because like, I literally just do not do that. Well, I don't know. I just be feeling bad about it. And my mom kind of made me feel bad, because it's like, why the fuck don't you talk to your mom? Like, there's people that talk to their parents every single day. I don't know.
Stalking and keeping up with people that you don't like is the most weirdest thing you can ever do in this lifetime. Because you don't like somebody, but you stalking them and keeping up with their entire presence. And you know about everything that they got going on just based upon what you think you know. Because motherfuckers be telling piss and not tea on social media. So it's weird, very weird, to not like somebody, but you stalking they every move. And you think everything is about you. Yeah, you weird. You weird. You weird. I'm gonna put it out there. You weird. You're very weird.
Hey y'all, let me tell y'all something real quick. Some people will literally keep up with you just so that they can make sure that you're not doing better than them. Like, I remember when somebody that I used to mess with, it was this old manager that I used to mess with at one of my other jobs that I used to work at. Me and her used to talk or whatever, and I remember it was times where me and her, like, we didn't talk or whatever, like we was just like on and off and stuff. And I remember, because she was envious of me too, may I mention that as well, she was very envious of me. Like, this girl had the type of truck that I always wanted. Girl, she had way more than me and was still envious of me. But anyway, we ain't even gonna get into that anyway. So I remember every time that she would come back into my life or call me from like an unknown number, she would always get to asking me all my business. Like, she would always get to asking me so many questions, like, oh, how you doing? Basically, like, all this other stuff, just so that she can sit back and compare her life to mine. Like, she just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing better than her because she was in competition with me on the loves.
I want people to know that if you have ill intentions or you dislike somebody, but you're keeping up with their life, you are not well. You're not well. How can you claim to have a problem with someone or dislike someone and then you're keeping up with every move that they make? That makes absolutely no sense. And people need to stop doing this, because you see that energy that you have towards that person, this bad energy that you have, it's going to come back on you. You get the energy that you put out. This is what people need to understand. If I don't like somebody, I'm not checking for that person. I don't care what they're doing.
Babe, you never have to hate on nobody, especially somebody that you don't know on the internet. Like, the internet is not a real place, y'all, I promise. You should never be upset or jealous of how somebody looks, what somebody has, what type of job somebody works, where someone lives. You don't know these people. You don't know how they getting it, how they got it, what they doing to keep it. Most of the time, people are not even happy with what they have. So you over here jealous and blocking your own blessings because you sending out negative energy and jealousy and hate and woo-de-woo-de-woo. And these people are depressed. A lot of people who look like they have it all have absolutely nothing on the inside.
I be wondering why I don't get along with people often. Then I remember, I'm very real. I'm too real for a lot of people. I'm too real for a lot of situations. I'm the type that's going to call you out on where you went wrong. I'm the type that's not going to let nothing slide. Because yes, I'm strict when it comes to myself, because you're not about to get over here and play in my face. You can go do that in somebody else's face, but you're not about to do that in my face. I don't care how mad you get. And if you want to disrespect me in the midst of me calling you out on what you're doing is crossing my boundaries, you got to go. Automatic cut off. You got to go. That's why I don't get along with everybody and a lot of people, because I'm too real. People don't like to take accountability for the things that they do or the things that they say or how they make you feel, and they'll completely disregard your feelings, like, oh, it's nothing, or you don't feel that way, or I ain't make you feel that way, all because they don't know how this shit feels. That's why I don't get along with everybody. That's why I'm not in everybody's face, because I'm too real.
So I'm assuming everybody is familiar with the term keeping up with the Joneses. Here's what I want to say, because there's a lot of people out here that still do it. Instead of trying to keep up with the Joneses, the latest and greatest, how about you keep up with your mental health, keep up with your mind state, keep up with your physical health? How about you start keeping up with the things that actually make you happy instead of the things that make you look like you happy? You get what I'm saying? I'm going to say it again though. Keep up with the things that actually make you happy instead of the things that make you look like you are happy. That is my words of wisdom for today. That is my advice to you. And I hope somebody takes heed to it. Higher ups, you know it's us.
Women hate when a man call their ass out. Because they always, I need irresponsible ass. That's what's wrong with a lot of people when they chasing the Jones. Trying to keep up with the Jones. Trying to keep up with everybody else. Want all the attention on them. They irresponsible with their bills kids, and everything. They can't take care of nothing. They look for other people to play on and take care of themselves, or they sell themselves and get what they need to take care of. I don't want to deal with them begging ass, irresponsible bitches.
You ever heard the phrase, keeping up with the Jones? I don't know who the Jones are, who the Joneses are. Never met them before because I've always tried to stay in my own lane. But I understand what that phrase means. You're like in a silent competition with other people that may be a little bit more well off in life. And it's nothing wrong with wanting nice things or having the ambition to acquire nice things. But at what cost are you going to do that? We do not know what people have sacrificed to get what they have. Sometimes people are sacrificing their souls to get things, and we want what they got. We have to learn to be good stewards over the little things that God give us. And when we are good stewards over the small things, God will give us more things. You may be praying for something and you're wondering why your prayers haven't been answered. And it's really because God is protecting you from yourself. He knows that if he allows you to have what you're praying for, that you're going to ruin it. He will allow us to go through certain situations where we can acquire wisdom, so that way once we receive whatever it is that we were asking for, we'll be able to handle it. God is like, all right, you asking for a house, you asking for a car, you're asking for money, but you don't even worship me. You don't even spend time with me. You don't even fellowship with me. We don't have a relationship with each other. So you ask me for this and I give it to you, and then all you're going to do is you're going to take it and it's going to become your idol. Some of us have a very toxic and dysfunctional relationship when it comes to finances. And because of this, God does not allow us to accumulate a certain amount. See, and this is the thing. There are things that God gives us, and then there's things that the enemy gives us. Because what happens now is when the enemy gives you something, he doesn't really care that you have it, because he knows that you're going to worship him with it. You're going to fulfill his needs and his desires with the things that he gives you. When God gives us something, he wants us to glorify him with it. Any and everything that God gives us, the main objective is to glorify him with it. So even if it's a job, even if it's a relationship, a marriage, just anything, a child, God really wants us to glorify him with the things that he gives us.
A quick reminder, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and let's continue the video.
Good morning. Girl, this is just your reminder. It's going to take you longer because you move with integrity. It's going to take you longer because you refuse to be a clown. It's going to take you longer because you refuse to tap dance. It's going to take you longer because you're moving with a conscience and you're moving with your moral compass. It's going to take you longer. And that doesn't mean that it's not possible. It's just going to take you longer. And I don't want you to grow weary in well-doing. There's a reason it's been given to you the way that it has. There's a reason you feel led to move the way that you're moving. And there's a reason that other people don't understand. It's a reason that other people are going to try to tell you, well, you should do it like this, and maybe you should just cut it. What God gave you is for you. The vision he gave you is for you. The plan that you wrote down, that you're making plain, is the one that you wrote down and that you got to make plain. It's not for everybody else to understand your journey. It is not for everybody else to understand what you got going on. Trust God, trust your gut, and you're going to get exactly where you need to go. And you're going to get there with your soul intact. Have a good day.
She is absolutely spot on. When you move with morals, with integrity, guys, it will take you a lot longer. But your foundations will be built on truth, and it will be stable. It will take a lot longer, 2 or 3 times longer. Build your life on solid foundations. Build your life on truth.
I genuinely feel bad for people that are constantly trying to keep up with societal norms. Meaning go to the best college to impress other people, purchase a Louis Vuitton purse that you can't even afford because you're trying to impress other people. Trying to buy your way into life to impress others because you don't know who you are. Like, how sad of a life is that? Even posting photos on Instagram of women that edit them 100 times because they want to impress men around them. I feel bad for people who are living their lives to impress other people other than themselves because they don't know who they are, because they haven't done the healing work to fill that void that comes within, not looking for something external to fill that void. Like, I genuinely feel bad for people who have not done the work and feel this way, because what an awful life to try and keep up with societal norms. I didn't finish college, and I honestly don't give a shit because I know who I am. I know that I'm smart. I know that I finished other technical schools that gave me 2 amazing jobs that lasted 10 years throughout my life and ultimately landed me in one of the best hospitals in Boston without even having a college degree. There are other ways to do things in life that are going to get you further than other people who are just going to the best colleges and buying the Louis Vuitton purse to impress other people. And if you find that you are in that position, then my suggestion to you is to go within, meditate, figure out who you are as a human being so that you no longer crave that stupid bullshit. Because it really is a sad life.
Pastor was clowning today, y'all. He said we will never be able to keep up with the Joneses. And then he gave an example, like, for an example, they're going to always come out with the next iPhone. You got the 14, they done already came out with the 15. You got a 2021, 2022 is in the making. This purse, now they didn't come out with this purse. So it's like, you're never going to be able to keep up, so just stop trying. It's really, he said it was really just made up for us consumers to keep putting money back into the economy. And when he said that, I said, you know what, sir, you are right. We are never going to be able to keep up. What was we even trying to keep up with? I got an iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I love it.
Keeping up with the Joneses kept me broke. And if you're wondering what I mean by the term keeping up with the Joneses, I'm going to show you. So on Urban Dictionary, keeping up with the Joneses is to strive beyond one's means to keep up socially and financially with others in one's social circle or neighborhood. So I want to start this video by saying that if you are currently spending all your money on hair, nails, and lashes, and you're left with $10 in your bank account every month or every 2 weeks, you should probably reevaluate what you're spending your money on. And I'm gonna premise this video by, if the shoe does not fit, do not wear it, but I'm speaking from my own experiences of feeling like I needed to keep up with everybody else in the terms of maintenance. Maintenance. We have girls getting on here saying if you can't keep up with your maintenance, and as a woman you should A, B, C, D, E, F, G, but it's like, who gave you guys the rights to make these rules? If I look back and I think about how much money I spent every single month in order, for the sake of maintenance, I could have had a car by now. Let's break it down, okay? So let's say I'm doing braids. Okay, so first, I gotta go to the BSW and I gotta get 4 packs of braid hair. That's already $40, $30. Then, I gotta book the appointment. So I'm already spending, maybe, because Toronto, the prices are crazy, so I'm already spending maybe $2. Not gonna lie, one time I spent $2.50, and it was medium. It was more like large, but anyways, that's not the point. So let's say 30 plus $2.50, and then I went to go get my lashes done. So let's just say we're doing a refill, so $75. On top of that, I'm getting my nails done, so $80. I'm spending all that money on temporary things when I could have been investing, when I could have been saving towards long-term goals, like a down payment for a house in the future. I could have been doing a lot of things, but I was spending money bi-weekly on lash fills. The lashes don't even last 5 seconds. I say all this to say, you don't need to do your hair every month. You don't need to do your nails every month, and you don't need to do your lashes every month. And I don't want to hear y'all say, I do it for myself, I do it for myself. Like, of course, it's a component of you do it for yourself, but it's almost like you're afraid to go outside looking how you look. And I'm saying that because I was afraid to go outside looking how my face looks right now. Because I wanted my lashes. I'm like, if I'm not going to wear makeup, I want lashes. My hands, look at my hands. I need acrylics. When you actually don't need none of that. And you will thank yourself for saving the money that you would have spent on maintenance. And on top of that, going to Cactus Club 3 times a week. I'm guilty. I'm super guilty. I'm spending $50 every time I go to Cactus Club. So say I went 3 times a week, even though that's a boost, but it did happen before, that's $150. $150 could have bought me groceries for the next 2 weeks. We have to think smarter because this economy is not giving. And if you are not making $5 a day, this is your wake-up call to drop the maintenance, you put your hair in the wash and go, and save your money because your older self will thank you later.
One thing that Groove's taught me, is you don't have to keep up. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses. And I say that because, well, I can only speak for myself anyway, like going through grief, it almost felt that I felt like I had to have everything. I have to ensure that I'm okay. I have to ensure that, like, people look at me, perceive me as, he's good, even though he's gone through grief. He's all right. He's, what I mean, he'll be fine. And sometimes I feel like there is that added pressure of trying to make out that everything is all sweet, everything is fine, but sometimes it's not. It hasn't been fine for the longest time, and that's not a cry for help or me saying that right now I'm feeling sad, but I'm okay with not being completely fine, because with grief you can't 100% feel like you're healed, because it's such a deep thing that doesn't go away. It's not as simple as, yes, you go through, you experience grief and then it goes away like that. It doesn't work like that. But I'm grateful for where I am, and grief has just made me feel a lot more content. Yes, I want more in life, but also I'm not keeping up. I don't want to keep up the Jones. I don't want to look at someone else and be like, yes, I must have that. And then when I get said thing, I look at someone else and think, yes, I must have that. It's almost like a constant race. And one thing I value the most is peace. Peace of mind is such a luxury to have peace of mind. I don't think you understand that. It's not something that you can just have off the bat. Listen, some might do, but I think for me, it's definitely been a long journey in getting peace of mind, I would say.
I think one thing that's not talked about enough, like when you're actually an adult after graduating college, is the amount of effort it takes to stay in contact with your college friends and with your friends from like the other walks of your life. Like, I just feel like I get home from work, in the gym or whatever, and then I just want to sit down, watch TV, chill out. Like, my mind never goes to, like, let me call up so-and-so, let me FaceTime so-and-so. Like, sometimes it will, like, once in a blue moon. But I feel like to check up on every friend, you basically have to put that into, like, your Google Calendar or something, because it's just too hard to track. And, like, I've had a few friends, like, come up to me and just be like, hey, like, how come, like, we're not talking anymore? And I have to explain to them just, like, it's not that I don't want to talk to you. I just seriously, like, I don't actually tell them this, but I'm just kind of like, oh, like, I kind of just forgot that you existed, because I feel like for me, I'm, like, very much focused on the people that are, like, right there in front of me in my life. I'm very bad at keeping track of the people that aren't directly in front of me. So I had to just explain to them, like, hey, like, it was nothing that you did or nothing like that. Like, I'm just really bad at reaching out. And I just honestly, like, forget sometimes to reach out to, someone that does live farther away, or just, like, I don't see them as often. So I just feel like that's not talked about, and it really does take, like, conscious effort to be able to, like, maintain every single friendship you had in college, before college, after college, whatever. It's a lot to handle, and it's just not talked about enough.
I appreciate you guys watching the video today. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.